When a dog actually wants to be pet, they're going to be very clear about when and how they would like to be pet. If they're not openly inviting pets or openly asking for pets, it's very possible that they may just be tolerating them, which can be really good to keep in mind, particularly if it's not your dog. Oni here gives some really clear signals about exactly how and when he'd like to be pet, so let's talk through them. First, he comes over, sits in front of me, and looks right up at me. I put my hand out, he paws my hand, and then moves his head into my hand. He has soft, squinty eyes, and then rotates his head so that I pet a specific spot on his neck. He then decides he doesn't want to be pet there anymore. So he turns his head away, gives me a small whale eye to let me know to stop, then rotates his body and presses his back into me instead. When I go to pet him there, his eyes get squinty and soft, and his ears are softly folded. All things meaning that he's comfortable, and this is where he would like to be pet for now. I give him some scritches up by his neck and shoulder, and then pause to make sure that's okay with him. He gives me a little appeasement lick there, turns his head into me, and pauses. But as I go to pet his chin area, he gives me another lip lick and then turns his head away, very clearly saying, stay away from my neck and face, but I like to be pet on my shoulder and my back. I do another consent test, and he gives me some loose tail wags, brings his head back into me, and says, okay, now you may scritch my ear area. His eyes go soft, then he looks up at me for a second and clearly decides, nah, I think I'm done. And very clearly turns his head away and moves his body away a little bit. So even though he stays pretty much in place, he's definitely saying that he's done being pet.